What an end to the first half. We first get um, a red card. It's been an open game. It's been back and forth. We've had chances, they've had chances. We've not had great chances, but um, Anthony Gordon passes through a bit of what I thought was a nothing ball. Um, Newcastle player takes a touch, keeper goes down, but doesn't touch him. It's not a penalty, for sure. It's not a penalty, but I'm not sure. Well, he did dive, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if he tried to con the referee. I think, yes, he did dive. So, in theory, yes, he did, but he didn't ask for penalty. He didn't. Yeah, it's one of those. To be very honest with you, I'm not entirely sure, but the referee brandishes a second yellow card, and he's gone. A little bit of a soft one, but I think he's a right decision. Then, a minute after, we try to attack, can't can't get anywhere. Newcastle, Anthony Gordon once again gets on the left. This time he cuts in, and again, a very, very soft touch. He cuts in between Mazraoui and Bruno, and the referees deemed Bruno Fernandes's need to have touched Anthony Gordon. Goes down. Again, a soft one, but I think he erred on the right side. I think it's a penalty. Oh, I think it's a foul. And you have to give a penalty. Very, very soft, but soft on both accounts. If he didn't give a red card, I don't think he gives a penalty. It's as simple as that. But as it is, we were 1-0 down, and then the magic happens. We get a foul on the right. Bruno Fernandes takes it, is on it. Who else? Bend it. It used to be bend it like Beckham. It's now bend it like Bruno. And he puts it on a sixpence for Casemiro. Who else to head it? Fantastic goal. Fantastic goal. And for me, while I was jubilant, brilliant going in at halftime 1-1, I'm just thinking, next season, we know for a fact we're not going to get... Casemiro is not going to be there. And we're talking about replacing Bruno. How do we replace this? Who can come in and be on set pieces? Because Bruno's not naturally been great on set pieces, but I think he's improved. For this season, he's improved a ton, which is why we've seen his assist numbers just skyrocket. A big part of that is his delivery on assists, corners, free kicks. So it's going to be really tough for us to replace that next season. But Carrick looks like he's fuming. I don't blame him. The referee, I think he's had positives because he's let the game flow. And then he just went on a flurry of brandishing yellow cards. And I don't think it's over yet. Carrick and United have got to be super wise because the referee's a little bit emotional. He's giving things willy-nilly. And I think there could be another red card in this game. But United going all square. We have got to push on and get the win, secure the win. Just a note on Carrick and United at the moment. Yes, we seem to be playing okay, but it always seems to be against 10 men, against the team who has got a red card. I don't care about that right now. That's for later on. That's for us to dissect when we talk about giving Carrick a permanent contract or not, when we talk about, you know, the manager and transfers, etc. But at the moment, that's what it seems. Look, we've got to take advantage of that and make sure we win the game first and then worry about anything else. I like the end of the game. It ended up being approximately 8 to 9 minutes of injury time, stoppage time. And we scored on the pretty much last kick of the ball, last header of the ball. Other than that, I think it's been a fairly even game. Newcastle have played well. Anthony Gordon's looked a threat. I'm very happy that Mazraoui is playing instead of Delo. We still have a little bit of a weakness on the left with Luke Shaw, in my opinion. So it'd be good to kind of strengthen that area. But one player for me, the good, bad, and the ugly. The good for me is absolutely Bruno Fernandes. What a delivery! That's been the highlight for me. The goal, I think it's a beautiful, fantastic goal. The bad has been the refereeing decisions. The ugly for me is United's midfield, and in one player in particular for me, Kobe Mainu. He is getting run over every time. I just don't know what Kobe Mainu does well. He looks to be too heavy for midfielder to get about. It looks a little bit too muscular sometimes, and hence slow. It's just not at it. Casemiro is outshining him again. He's meant to be in the number 6, but Casemiro always contributes in set pieces. I never see Kobe Mainu in offensive set pieces. I don't see him in defensive set pieces. And even on the pitch, he always gets run over. What is he good at? Yes, he's a local guy. Yes, he's a fellow Manc. Comes from our academy. But is this enough? Is this enough? I don't think so. So we've got to find a solution. By the way, I was just looking at the replay for the simulation, and the more I see it, yes, it is a dive. You know, Lamens went, pulled back, didn't touch the goalkeeper. I think Ramsey initially, yes, he stubbed, the studs in the ground, probably looking originally for that pen. But I think as he hit the ground, he realized, that he's on yellow, and he didn't actually claim for it. But the referee punished him. So, but anyway, as things stands, it's 1-1. Manchester United should be on the up, 11 against 10, but they've got to be careful. And if I was Carrick, I'd bring on some changes for the yellow cards. There's been, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 yellow cards brandished to United players. So I'd bring on some fresh legs, and I'd look at that midfield. Either add somebody else in there, or replace Mainu, but it's just not good enough. I don't know what he does well. For me personally, I'd probably be on Ugarte. Get about, at least he's going to run around, because I don't think Kobe Mainu's even adding that. So, all right, that's enough for me. That's me for half time, and I hope I'll be seeing you guys at full time for the player ratings with good news that United have won the game. Fingers crossed. Elsewhere, Manchester City are up. Unfortunately, they were pegged back by Nottingham Forest, but they're up. Arsenal are up, and Chelsea are beating Aston Villa convincingly. So good job. We had a bit of a cushion to Manchester City and Liverpool, and we should now be ahead of Villa. Well, we were ahead of Villa on goal difference. We should now be ahead of Villa comfortably as well, and push on for the title, guys. Push on for the title. It's definitely not in our hands. We are massively underdogs. We're actually not even thinking about it. At the back of our minds, look, we are Manchester United. We can't never. The title's always something that we think about. Yes, I'm not being delusional and not saying that it's ours to lose, or we should be getting it. No, but we should be going for it, as in we should be doing our best to win each and every game towards the end of the season and push for it. If Arsenal and Manchester City prove to be too good, so be it. That was never what we set out to do. But I think we have closed these gaps before, and I think we can do it again. Our job is to keep putting that pressure. We've done these before. The only difference is normally it would be one team ahead, and we would be on number 2, second position, pushing for it. Now they're pushing themselves, each other, and we're that third team. But it's never out of our hands. Keep going. At the very least, we are narrowing the gap down between the first and us. So we need that gap closed so that we know where our lackings are and how we can replenish next season. Anyway, with that said, let me get back to the second half. Keep watching, and I'll see you guys in the next 45, 50 minutes, whatever it may be, for the final score and player ratings. Take care.